Wait, you got that speaker thing, dude.
Okay.
Alright, hey man, we're going to a tactical class in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yep. Going to, what's his name? SkinnyMedic?
Yep, SkinnyMedic. He's teaching a trauma class.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. So, yeah, I'm an EMT already, guys, and I know a lot of the basics, but you know what? It's like, you can't say you know everything, and most people don't know everything. So what you got to do is just be an open mind, go in there and learn some new techniques and new tips on things. And, you know, I think that SkinnyMedic teaches the TCCC. Obviously, he's a paramedic, got a lot more experience and things like that. To whereas maybe I have more classroom experience, and my only real-world experience was from clinicals, since it's not my main profession. But anyway, the biggest thing is I wanted you to go in and get some exposure to things. You had done the what? Outdoor wilderness?
Yeah, I did like the 2-day wilderness first aid, I think. WOFA or something. Yeah, I did that when I was leading trips and for hiking back in college.
Yeah. So what do you hope to get out of the class today?
I think
which runs from 9 to 5:30.
Yeah, I think my goal for today is to pretty much get like a good refresher of what I learned from the class that I took about like a year ago, and just to get some hands-on experience while relearning the stuff, and hopefully get to learn some cool stuff with the gun wounds and the stab wounds and
trauma.
all that. Trauma.
Yeah, big emphasis in this class is on your trauma, and so your gunshot wounds. Sorry, folks, for bouncing around. It is South Carolina, and their highways are a little bit jacked up. But yeah, traumas, tourniquets, tension pneumothorax, nasal trumpets, airway, trauma, airway breathing circulation. You know, everybody needs a refresher. So for me, I went to my EMT school last year. I haven't really done much, so it's good to kind of be updated. My expectations are, I'm just more happy that you're going, and it's kind of something we can do together. So anyway, you know, in your outdoor class, did y'all do a lot of trauma or not really? Were you doing bug bites, bee stings, and freaking rashes?
It's been a while, but
heat stroke.
We did like the basic, like the ABCs, what is that, the airway, breathing, or dang, I don't even remember. Airway, breathing, circulation.
Yep.
And then we were just, I guess like what we learned is like stuff to I guess like help people out to get them out of the woods.
Yeah.
So we learned
first responder, get them to training, get them out of the woods.
Yeah, and just like the triangle bandage stuff, how to make a what is that, the thing where it holds up the arm if they break their arm, splints, things like that.
Okay.
But it's really been a while. All I remember is like CPR.
All right. So in prep for the class, when SkinnyMedic opened up his classes in 2017, they were $100. Now they're up to $125. Small class, 7 to 8 people. A-Man and I are in there. Obviously, it's kind of cool. He's going to provide pizza. You just get an email, guys. Once you register, it's calendars online. You get an email from him saying bring regular clothes that you can afford to get dirty, and you know, because he's going to have some hands-on. But essentially, you get there at the Wheaton Arms is where they have a conference room. His wife's going to be there. She's going to open up the gate, and class starts at 9. We're on track to be there in about 20 minutes. First part of the class, you bring notebook and pencil, which is cool. You get lecture in the morning, you get a little lunch, and then you do your hands-on in the end. Oh, and you bring your own IFAC, individual first aid kit, your own trauma kit, whatever you put together, whatever you bought. And it's kind of cool because SkinnyMedic or Dietrich, he'll go through your kit. A lot of guys are getting fake tourniquets. Chinese are doing those cat tourniquets really good. So if you don't really kind of study this, you'll buy a cheap tourniquet for like 15 bucks online. You may go to use that. That thing is going to break on you, and you're trying to save someone's life. And if a tourniquet goes on, you've got dark, spurting arterial blood happening that you can't stop, and you've got a matter of minutes before somebody bleeds out. Last thing you want to do is go in your kit and have your $15 knockoff tourniquet, and here you are trying to save somebody's life. That is not a good situation to be in. So make sure you buy quality stuff and watch out for fakes. I mean, why cut corners on a life-saving medical device? I just wouldn't do it. So some of you guys, I get it. You don't want the $150 and super marked up kit. And I don't think you need to get that. But just if you go piecemeal, make sure you buy the best and new equipment. Don't buy used equipment, anything for certain pieces. You know, a bandage, okay, fine, it expired, you can probably go with it. But things like a tourniquet, I just wouldn't take a shortcut. Anyway, that's my thought there.
Yeah. And honestly, I totally forgot a lot of the
yeah. And you've got one of my backup kits anyway.
Yeah.
So you know I'm on top of it.
Yeah. That's true. So I'm excited. Excited to get back in there.
It's gonna be a good time. And hey, you know, these are refresher training, so that's kind of how I look at it. Even though I'm an EMT-Basic, my class was ended basically 9 months ago. I don't mind a basic trauma refresher. Why? You know, I'm not too proud for a refresher training. I think it may be a good thing to do this once a year. So anyway,
definitely.
That's all I got for now.
Arrived at your destination.
Is that Wheaton Arms right there? No, that's Charleston. Alright, we'll go in here.
See some trucks.
Trucks? Yeah, you know that's it if you see trucks.
Wheaton Arms.
We have arrived. Hey guys, quick setup. So we pull right up in the front, enter into the Wheaton Arms. There's a conference room. Dietrich's there. His partner's there. They're both paramedics. We kick off the class. We start with looking at each other's kits. The other students arrive, of course. And real quick, their curriculum is based on what you see here. TCCC, it's based upon the March. So it's all about March. Learn those acronyms. As you see this video, I'm not going to show you everything. You need to go to the class and spend your own $125. All right, take the class, learn something. I'm trying to whet your appetite, not give away all the intellectual property. So listen, don't be cheap. Don't cheap out on medical training. Everybody needs it. I mean, my goodness, a third of the price of one firearm. Do it yearly. Take it from these guys. SkinnyMedic.com. Give Dietrich a call. And last but not least, guys, it's like, you ever been in a job where there's 4 or 5 different ways to do something? Welcome to the medical field. Standards are changing, protocols change. If you see something in this video and it's different from when you were in Vietnam, or it's different from how you learned in your jurisdiction, please don't sweat it. That's where I'm going to play. This is just entertainment. All right, learn a little couple of nuggets in real life, but sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and don't get bent out of shape. For now, let's get back to the video. Enjoy.
When I'm assessing for massive hemorrhage, especially in low light. If you're wearing black gloves, can you see blood?
Nope.
No. What I like, at work we use purple gloves. Those work well. Those light blue is going to work well. The ones I think Dietrich sells, I know North American sells those, the sand colored ones. Those obviously are going to work well as well. So I'm going to touch every part of the patient. I'm going to have my light on. And see, literally just lifting their head back. You're going to pull that jaw forward, and it's going to keep from rocking that head back and keep from any spinal issues. Now, if we're talking gunshot wound patients, any penetrating trauma, you do not need to worry about that. All right, you know, unless they're shot in the neck. But even that, with penetrating trauma, whenever that bullet hits or that knife blade, or whatever from an explosion, whatever is already injured is injured. All right, so if you have a spinal injury, this right here is a SAM splint. Did any of y'all have any of these in your med kit? Yeah, I think I have that. Yeah, okay. These things right here are phenomenal. All right, and however you want them to. There's a thin sheet of metal in here, and they'll hold whatever. If you have broken fingers, you can actually cut these and make finger splints out of them. You can use this on your arm, on your leg, for a knee, anything you really need to do. I'll pass this.
Aidan's my guinea pig here as I'm getting my practice going.
Painful about these is not this area. All your nerve endings in your skin have been burned away. What's going to hurt is this outside ring where you still have, because just because you have third-degree burners doesn't mean that the outside you're going to have second-degree and then progressing to first-degree around the outside edge. So that's where you're going to have the most of your pain. Treatment for that for y'all is going to be about the same. Stop the burning process, wrap it in dry sterile gauze. When you start.
All right, so you got the bleeding stopped, right, on that one. So we got it, compressions done, we got all the bleeding stopped. To say there's no help coming, it's a grid down situation, or it's gonna be a couple weeks before you get to EMS. There's irreversible shock. It means I don't care if I have the best trauma surgeon in the country there, you're not coming back from it. Too much cell tissue death, too many organs have failed, you're not coming back from it. So, all walking wounds are minor drain tags, okay? So then I'm gonna go up to individual patients and say, or not say, look, are you breathing? Yes or no? So you're like, hey, are you breathing? Oh yeah, I'm breathing, that's fine, no, I'm just kidding. Are they breathing? If the patient's not breathing, I open up the airway. If they're still not breathing, they're dead. Okay? If I open up their airway and they take a spontaneous breath, they have a problem with airway or breathing, they're a red tag. Go down through here, we're gonna find radial pulse, find out if they have a problem with A, B, or C. All right, and that's an 8-hour course just in that. A TACMED competition in Charlotte this year, and it was basically a CrossFit / trauma competition.
We'll take these two. Right, do this right here. Do that with that side. Hey, you're dead. You're like, thanks for helping. What you gonna do is.
This comes up under.
You gonna reach up.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not even letting you mess with me. I'm gonna try and help you. He ignores me now, right?
There you go. That's it.
Drag him back. Drag him a little bit while I get it on video. Does it hurt, Aidan? How's it feel?
It feels alright.
Okay.
It's like a climbing harness.
Yeah, better than a Swiss propels you can make out of rope.
Is there a name for this kind of whiz-bang maneuver?
I just call it the hasty harness.
The hasty harness.
That's all I call it.
Well done.
All right, just to prove the point, I want you to drag him.
Okay.
Just to prove that how much simpler. You gonna do the same?
This is awesome.
Yep.
Well done. That's easy.
Yep. If you got
Put
a
in a
buddy,
little circle around
you
him.
get one side and the other side. We can drag it.
This
to
is
the
literally
road.
one of the best pieces of kit.
This is great.
Luckily, it's like not rocky terrain.
Yeah, we'll see how good your cardio is. About the first 20 feet, I drag you to your
Would you
cardio.
like to be dragged again, sir? This is fun. This is fun.
But see, there really isn't that much pressure down there.
Oh, you slide.
Yep.
Pull tight.
Not lifting me up, there's more on my arms and legs.
How's it feel? Okay.
And with your legs and not your back.
Okay.
Okay.
Dang.
I'll take this side. You take this.
Okay.
That's awesome, guys. Good job.
It's not too bad. It's not very uncomfortable.
No, it's not bad at all. I did think it would be worse.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Okay, so take a look at Quinn.
So this is the one, if you guys are familiar with it, it's a RATS tourniquet, stands for Rapid Application Tourniquet System. The wider the tourniquet, the less pressure it takes to cut off blood flow. This is my redneck mannequin. So you got a noodle here. This is a femur. This is a actual size femur. It's not a real femur. And then you got your artery running right through here. So this is actually kind of a small artery for your femoral artery through the size of our thumb. So it actually needs to be like a hose pipe coming through here. What you're trying to do is collapse all this muscle mass around the artery and the bone to make that tourniquet. Like the rats here, it's designed to stick through there. And what they want you to do is to wrap it around and kind of make it touch each other so you do get that wide tourniquet effect. And then when it gets done, pull it into the crevice and it's locked down. The problem is blood's sticky, or it's lubricant. So this is going to get really tough, difficult to use. And someone who has bigger legs, this is going to be a problem because it's so narrow. But what this does work good for is for like dogs. If you have a dog that you work, that's a working dog, this actually works really good for that. For kids, this works great for kids because they don't have the muscle mass to collapse. It's not that big of a deal. This would work good for that. Guys like it because it's easy to carry. I've seen guys stick it through their belt, so they have like on quick draw. This is the old version of the TK4. Apparently they have a new one out. These are like $5. Basically a giant rubber band with 2 hooks on it. It's a little bit wider, yes, but I can't get it to attach to myself, okay? So the only way to do it would be to have this hook in, okay? Now I'm bleeding like those other guys were talking about, and you gotta, I don't know if I can get us to do it actually.
30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
All right.
So now, spin it. Okay,
Wow.
lock it in place. So once I get it done, lock it. There again, people want to buy this because it's $5. People on a budget, I understand. But if I were applying this tourniquet to you guys, this is actually probably the best tourniquet on the floor. Because it's wide. It does good pressure all the way across. It can be used as a pressure bandage as well. So I don't have to pull it super tight and I can use it for a compression bandage. But the problem is self-application. Because I have to bite it and wrap it around to get that base started. You're going to pull it and tuck it. So you pull, and then when you get done, you tuck up under there. So let's see if I... All right, who thinks they're good at feeling a pulse?
I'll give it a try.
Nope. So you can see my skin. Look how delayed that capillary refill is now. So that's a tourniquet. So if I were putting on you guys, that are designed for self-application, and it's the CAT, C-A-T, and the soft T. The soft T, a lot of guys like because it's metal. They say the plastic one breaks, the CAT, so they want the metal one. There again, it has issues. One of them being, if I go to pull this, it wants to walk. See how it's just not tightened up? So you want to pull your arm down or lean against something. We tell them, police officers, lean against a patrol car or just go and get them laid back in the floor and use the floor to pull it. So when I pull it tight, I turn the windlass until bleeding stops. Once I get bleeding stopped, it goes into the triangle, locks into place.
That seems harder than the regular cat.
It is. So I actually do in my kit out there in the truck, I have two tourniquets. I have the CAT, which is my primary, and I have the soft T. That way, I'm not doing the same thing over again, expecting the same results. So if I put a CAT on, it doesn't stop the bleeding, I'm gonna go to a soft T. It's an older gen. The new Gen 7 out is a little bit longer. So like this one, if you look at it, is set up to go through the legs. Double buckle it to go through the legs. So I usually run through that double buckle. There we go. And I can tighten it up. It's not going to go anywhere. Alright. So the new generation is a little bit longer. There's two schools of thought on where to put the tourniquet at. There's the high and tight, or 3 inches above the wound. For like the gentleman who got shot in the leg over there, I would put that high and tight. I go over his pants leg, put it tight. Brand new on the market. All right. So let's say this is our nasty wound that's squirting bright red blood. Put a tourniquet on. And turn it till the bleeding stops. Okay? So I know that we are 6 to 8 hours from getting help. Okay? We are a long time from getting, I know that person is going to be to a trauma surgeon. So now I have this here. Now I got a big giant hole right here. Now I can wound pipe this. The good thing about C-locks is once it works, all has to come back out. So, but if some of this gets left in, it breaks down into a simple sugar. So that is a good thing to think about as far as grid down bad situation. Quick Clot Combat Gauze is made in America, and it has an X-ray strip on it. So we're gonna run this in. So let's say this is the wound we're gonna wound pack. Run it in, east, go east, north, west, south, all different directions inside the wound. When you put your finger down in there, you can feel the different crevices inside the wound. You can come on.
You're fine. Thank you.
So we run it in there, get all crevice down.
But that feels great.
Yeah, this feels wonderful. Then you're gonna create a little mound, okay? Little mountain on top. Take both your hands, put all your body weight into it to hold that pressure, okay? Hold pressure for about 3 minutes. Normally what I run is I will run combat gauze, and then I will run, where's the compressed gauze go?
In front of you.
Underneath that Tegaderm.
So I will run this. So if I need to go into the injury first, I go with a hemostatic agent. And if I need some backflow, some back pressure, I run compressed gauze just to give me that volume in there.
Now, would you ever compression wrap that at all, maybe?
Yep.
Or
We're gonna
To be up in your shoulder joint or your pelvis area, that's about the average thickness. Is that how they come up with that size, or are they just?
I mean, you can have a wound of any size, you know what I mean?
No, I meant like the thickness of, like the average
consistency.
person, or the average person's.
Yeah, that's, I mean, honestly, it's
Packing
coming back
north,
to
south, east, west.
I'm trying to keep the constant pressure on there.
Yeah.
You're just
That's the
hitting
trick.
that sore spot over and over again.
I mean, you might have to get somebody to help hold them down, you know,
Yeah, I'll
do
bet.
that. Shove it down in there hard, man. You ain't gonna hurt it more than it's already hurt.
All right.
Try to keep that constant pressure on there and bring that other finger.
All right.
And at this point, your patient's probably screaming, so you want to go fast if you're digging around, right?
Ooh, all screaming in your ear. Hey, ooh, ah, ah.
While you're doing that, I'll draw up the fun meds to give them. Yeah.
I'll think,
What would be the options? How much fun meds do you have?
Well, for something like this, I'd give a combination of fentanyl and Versed. Fentanyl for the pain, Versed so they don't ever remember it. We're hoping that we should get ketamine soon in our service.
I'll get you a bunch of them.
There you go. Now ketamine, man, ketamine's the stuff right there. Ketamine is awesome.
Did you ever see that, it was, what was it called, Inside Combat? The guy that the Air Force PJ guy.
Oh, yeah, they give ketamine everything.
Ketamine. Like,
See, ketamine, the beauty of that is instead of having to mix two medications, it has the pain analgesia fast,
Simulate.
but it also sedates you. So you
Filling
get
it up,
both at
put
the
pressure.
same time.
Knock
It
it out,
reduces
yeah.
the pain and it knocks you out, and it gives you this disassociative thing, so you can like still follow verbal commands, but you don't know what's going on.
yeah. That sucker's deeper than you think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
How about morphine? They don't do that anymore, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys still do morphine?
We carry, but we rarely give. I mean, morphine. What the problem with morphine? It drops the blood pressure on the light, whereas fentanyl barely touches.
Oh,
And you really have to worry about them you're knocking out the airway as well, their respiratory status. Fentanyl, it doesn't have. You can still do it with fentanyl, but it's a much more benign drug. So fentanyl our drug of choice, I think, until we get ketamine.
Yeah.
ketamine is started out as a course tranquilizer.
There you go.
And now they started using it a lot in pediatrics, and then within the past 10 years it's become very popular with adults too, and now it's starting to become the standard of care. Alright, hold that pressure there for a couple minutes.
As he screams his head off.
Your patient died, Aidan.
He's dead. He's dead.
Why'd you kill your patient?
Look, yeah.
We need more.
Okay, guys, we all do it. We all know about it. Disclaimer, don't do this. It's not in your scope of practice. If somebody has an open gunshot wound, as you see the cool video, this is just for entertainment only. All right, chest decompression needle. Comes into place for tension pneumothorax. Typically for, as you're treating an open chest wound or something like that, you're just going to put on an Asherman seal or one of the SkinnyMedics hyphen compact, chest seals. Make sure you get two, one for the front, one for the back. Don't show up with just one. But put one of those on, slap it on, make it sticky, call it a day, wait for the professionals to get here. Even in EMT school for basics and our scope of practice, it wasn't even in our scope of practice. And when I broke out that needle, the head trainer was like, no, you ain't using that. So guys, there you have it. If you run into it, life or death scenario, just do a regular old vented chest seal to let that air and to let that blood escape. Or if you're old school and you just have to do a just kind of like a occlusive dressing, just tape up the 3 sides and go with it.
As I'm going over it, you're going to push through until you feel it pop, and you'll hear a rush.
Pick the ribs up and push in.
Do it.
Just pick the ribs up and push all the way through.
All right.
That's why I say don't stab your hand.
I felt something touch it. Oh God!
Remember?
Maybe we should do the other side of it.
Anybody know first aid?
Is there a medication?
I got some Band-Aids.
And traditionally, what you do is, and I
Of
want
course, Jack doesn't have any Band-Aids.
since we're going to reuse this, is you would pull the needle out and leave the catheter in.
You can pull it out. We'll get it redone.
Okay. But that's what it's going to look like on the other side. It just allows a way for that air or that blood to rush out.
Guys, as we wrap up the video, here's a great shot of A-Man, Dietrich, and Logan, myself. Here's the overall classroom shot. I mean, this is a great shot. It's on Dietrich's Facebook page. Hey guys, it's always good to be prepared. A-Man and myself are very happy that we took the class. Looking forward to more in the future with these guys. As always, thanks for watching. Like my stuff, subscribe to my channel, JStevens, and we're out of here. Hey man, what you got? Barbecue?
I got the regular dinner barbecue plate, but check it out. It's huge. Got some green beans, coleslaw, and a bun.
All right. I got bang, same thing. Pork barbecue, huge thing of fries, coleslaw, and a bun. South Carolina yellow barbecue, sweet barbecue, hot barbecue, and an aquafina. Time to yum yum.